What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope you had a fantastic Monday. Hello, Paul. Hello, Tony. Thank you for watching. I just parked up my car by my house and I'm about to go inside and see my kids after hello, Jerry. After 3 days of 10 hours a day intensive master coaching training we had, and we had a little surprise at the end of the today before we left. We had about 20 minutes of live expert questioning, and into our surprise, we had the supervisor to watch us how we work with traders and high performance people, and how we gonna help them to overcome their anxiety and the depression they get, especially when you lose money or you lose loved one, or how to improve the relationship and all this. It was quite interesting. The course was very interesting, and I learned a lot while I was teaching other people, and I was surprised and getting feedback from my mentor. And today, just before we finished, we had about 20 minutes of live Q&A with the expert panel. And the expert panel there was Magali Peisha, Chloe, and Mark, the 3 top coach trainer of Tony Robbins organization. And we had the last 8 minutes of the call, Tony Robbins himself coming to congratulate us for getting to this level and trying to improve people's life. Hello, my kids saw me outside. Hello, Shabir. Thank you for watching. Hello, Derek. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
It's my little daughter,
Hello.
Kiana.
Hello.
Hello, Al. Hello, Stefan. Thank you for watching. Yeah, and we ask all the questions from the top coaches. They are in America, and they done a live with the whole world wherever the training was taking place, not just in England. I was in London. It was about 20 of us there, 20 in Singapore, different countries, and they just did to surprise us. And somebody asked Tony, why do you do this, what you do, and trying to help this much people? And he said, because it's my sense of contribution, and I like to help other people because it makes me happy. And somebody asked him, so why don't you do it for free? So if you want to help people, why don't you do it for free? And it was the amazing answer. He said, I've got tons of free stuff on internet. People can go and watch the free stuff on internet, but nobody take action. Nobody takes action because it's free. They don't value it because they don't pay for it. They don't put time to implement what they are learning. And he asked one of the coaches, how many years you've been watching my free videos on the YouTube and reading my book for free and all this stuff? One of them says, about 15 years I've been reading all your books and I've been watching all your videos on YouTube. He said, have you ever took action? He says, no. He said, have you improved your life? He says, no. He said, that's the reason why. You paid now nearly £3,000 for the first course, then £7,000, then £14,000, nearly about £25,000 up to this level. And are you implementing now? He said, yes. He said, have you improved your relationship? He said, yes. He said, have you improved other people's life? Are you actually doing it, what you are learning? He said, yes. He said, that's the reason why. If people are not paying for what they are learning, they are not going to implement it because they don't see value in it. But when they are paying for it, and it's their hard-earned cash, then they're going to pay attention to it and they're going to implement it. Now, that made me think of our industry and how we're charging, and why more expensive you are, more busier you are. Is because when people are paying you a lot of money. Hi, James. Thank you for watching. Hi, Robert. Hi, Stefan. Thank you for watching. Jackie, thank you. Diane, thank you very much. Yeah, people are paying cheaper money to you. That's why you have more cancellation. And that's why, because people don't value it, they think, oh, it's just 10 quid or I don't know, 20 quid. So I just cancel it. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to turn up. I've got more important things to do. But when you are more expensive, people actually learn more quicker as well because they actually pay attention to it. He asked one of the coaches how much it costs you for these 3 days to just come all the way here to London to be able to attend this 3 days training, which is part of our training. He said about £400-500, for hotel and, paying for food and petrol and parking and all this stuff. It cost me about £500 as well. Probably how much I earned last week is all gone on this journey. Just go to London, even though I paid for a course already. Staying there for 3 days, paying for hotel and especially in central London, paying for all petrol and everything and food and, 10 hours inside seminar, and then after that all night sit down and do homework and assignment and be ready for the next day and prepare all this stuff. It was quite intense, but I really enjoyed it. Well, sorry, but didn't have time to shave my face, but it was amazing. But that was a brilliant advice. I couldn't believe it. This was a question I really wanted to ask Tony Robbins one day. Why, if you're saying you want to help people, why are you charging them? Why do we have to pay this much money to come to your course? Or people have to pay at least minimum of £800, £900 to come to your seminar, plus some people pay £5,000, £6,000. And his answer was because if they're paying for it, they're going to value it and they're going to implement it and then they're going to use it in their life. But if they are not paying for it, there are tons of my free stuff is on the internet. People go and watch it, but they never implement it. And that's the reason why I charge that price, because they know how much they paid for it, they value it, they're going to start using it and implement it because they pay that much money for it. They're going to put time to implement those stuff. So that reminds you of why it's much more better if you are a quality driving instructor. I thought maybe it's useful to you guys. If you are a quality driving instructor, just charge the price you think you're worth and your training worth. Because when you are charging cheaper and cheaper and trying to compete with other people and bringing your price down, working for charity is different. Doing voluntary work is different. I go and do voluntary work as well, or I don't know, do free coaching session for people who I know they can afford it. But he told us a story. It was a very moving story. He said, well, let me tell you about the story about me, how I got started on this journey. He said, in my house, they kicked me out when I was 17 years old from the house. My mom and my dad, they kicked me out on Christmas night. So I actually had to, I was working as a bus boy and cleaning boy and everything. So I had one car, which was about $1,200, and I was sleeping in that car. I was sitting in that car. He said, this is a true story, and I'm just sharing with you guys to understand why it's important for people to pay when they are getting trained in something like this. But it's still part of my mission to help other people and serving people. It doesn't matter if they are paying for it or not, but it's a very important part. And he said, I was living in my car, and I was working still as a busboy. And one day I heard somebody who my mom and dad always used to say he used to be rubbish and he didn't, he never gonna be anywhere. Suddenly they said, oh, he's rich, he's got property, he's got this, he's got that. So I went to him and I said to him, can I work for you? He said, why do you want to work for me? I said to him, well, I want to learn how you got into property and how you are, doing this stuff. He said, well, I'm not going to teach you this stuff because, you got to pay for it. I said, well, I'll work for you and then you can teach me. He says, no. I'm going to charge you $12 per hour to teach you this stuff. So I was working, he was paying me for my labor work at his building site, and then I was paying him, so he teach me the system for property and how you have to enter the property market. And one day he said to me, I said to him, how did you learn this? He said to me, I attended a seminar. I said to him, what seminar? Tony Robbins says. I asked him, what's the seminar? And this guy, he said to Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, he was doing a seminar, which is a guy standing in front of everybody, and it teaches everything he learned in all his life during 60 years, 50 years. He teaches you everything, all the downfall and upfall and everything in 2 days or 3 days, but he charges money for it. So you actually exchanging money for his experience so you don't make the same mistake. I said, that's really good. If I can save time and I can get quicker where you are or where he is, I don't mind to pay for it. No problem. Can you introduce me to this guy? So this guy took Tony there to speak to Jim Rohn, and he said I was gonna buy my way around it, and I went to Jim Rohn and I said, can I work for you? You know, I do cleaning, I do all this stuff. Jim Rohn said to me, well, I need a horse. I said to him, but you got a car? He says, no, I need a horse as well. I said, well, I haven't got a horse. I haven't got money to buy a horse for you. And Jim Rohn said to him, well, if you want me to teach you. Hello, Kian. How are you?
Good.
You okay?
Yeah.
3 days I've not seen my kids.
Yay, Daddy. I missed you.
I miss you too.
Let's all cramp into the seat together.
Yeah. And he said, Jim Rohn said to me, if you want to learn my skill and become a motivational speaker or changing people's life, you got to pay for training. I said to him, but you like to help people, you like to, you know, I'm really enthusiastic, I really want to learn it from you. You know, please can you teach me for free, or, you know, work for you. Teach me, and then I'll be one of your best example, and, you know, I'm going to go out there and tell everybody what you done for me and everything. He looked at me and he said, son, I'm not your banker to lend you money. You go to the bank, borrow the money, by Saturday, 12 p.m., you be here with $1,250. You pay me, and I'll put you through the course, and I'll teach you everything I know. And then from there, you can change your life and help other people and change their life. I said, what a bastard guy, you know, he wants to charge me this much money and all this stuff. So I went away, and I was thinking, I really want to do this course, you know, with Jim Rohn, and, you know, he's my mentor, and I really want to learn everything from him. That's Tony Robbins, when he was 18 years old, about 18 years old. He said, I went to the bank trying to get money from the bank. They wouldn't give it to him. They said, you are not still 18. And I walked into the street knocking doors, asking people, can I have some money? You know, I told them about my life and everything, and nobody would lend me money. I looked at my car, and that was the place where I was living. And the postman used to bring my post and everything to my car, because I had nowhere to live. So what I decided to do, that was a life-changing moment. I sold my car to a passerby. I told him, look, do you want to buy my car? And, you know, just sold it to him. I got the money. I got myself to that, you know, place where he told Jim Rohn told me to be. And I gave him the £1,200 and I joined his course and I got the training from him. And since then, my life changed. So I watched lots of Jim Rohn, stuff, and I read his book and everything, but I never took action. But because I paid for that training, I actually started working on it. The week after that, I booked my first event and I started working and I started coaching people. You know, I actually booked the event for free. You know, I was teaching people for free, you know, 4 people, 10 people, 15 people. And now I've got 20,000, 15,000 people coming to my event. It wasn't like the first day I opened the door and 20,000 people came to my event, you know. So that was an amazing story he told us. It was amazing. And why, you know, it's okay for us paying him to teach us, you know. And he's right. God knows for how many years I've been watching his stuff for free, and I never could implement it in my life. You know, I never could, you know, use it in my own life. But I was really inspired, but I didn't know how to use it, you know. Well, it was hidden inside his videos, but I never could work it out, you know. But going to his training, he extracted all his teaching and everything he does in his event and everything, and he put in a course and is teaching us step by step. And that, I think, is saving me at least 30, 40 years of experience he's got doing all this stuff and changing millions of people's life. And we told him, so why did you put this time? You know, you are a busy man, you know, you are an important man, you are a businessman, man, you know, why did you put this time to come and speak to us? You know, he said, well, you guys are learning my things. You guys are my brand going out there trying to help people. And you guys are my vehicle to help people and serve more people and change people's life. That's why you guys are worth it. And I have to put time for you, you know. And it was amazing. We was surprised, but that was amazing finish to a 3 days event we had. Hello, Shakir. Thank you for watching. If you find, any thing useful in my videos when I'm doing it, please like it, share it, or write a comment, because it means a lot. At least encourages me, and I know somebody find my videos useful, and I'm gonna do more videos, and I'm gonna, help more people. Let's share this message and help more people, because this life is too short to just keep it for ourselves and not to share it with anybody else. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, but that was an amazing interview we had. We did an interview. We just sat there. We was watching him live talking, but somebody asked a question and he answered it, and it was amazing. And I'm very proud to be part of the team, which we are actually getting trained by the master himself, and he changed my life. He changed my life completely, and I'm on the mission to help more people and change people's life as well. So if you like my videos, I'm going to put the link to my group. I can't share too much of his strategies, on the social media, because we are not allowed, but we are allowed to do a small group coaching inside closed groups, or like, a small event. Otherwise, he's got so much copyright on all this stuff. I'm going to put the link to my group on the description of this video. If you want, join there, and as soon as it reaches 50 people, I'm going to close the group, and I'm going to start doing one-to-one coaching with people and share my experience and my learning with more people, to see what's going to happen. Thank you, Shakil. See you guys later. Click on the group link and invite yourself to the group. I didn't invite anybody because I don't want to force anybody to be there. I want to be a non-judgmental group and actually learning group. And it would be a great honor if I can be any help with anybody. Yes, Shakil. Next Tony Robbins, Shakil. See you later.